Imagine a place where time stands still, a place where seconds, minutes and hours have no meaning. Then go beyond your imagination and step into the reality of a Tasmanian forest. We're on an island of almost overwhelming natural beauty, an ancient land of mountains, rivers and forests. A place where the elements of water, wind and fire sculpted at will, destroying and creating at random. But nature is a process of continuation, and in this process we all can play a part. With care and consideration, it's possible to enter a landscape and experience firsthand the force of the wind and the power of the water. Within Tasmania's working forests, Forestry Tasmania has created unique ways to enjoy amazing places. Only an hour from Hobart, spread across a series of river valleys and mountainsides, Tasmania's southern forests are accessible and easy to reach. The Arve Forest Drive is one of the best ways to find out just what it means to go beyond the boundaries of everyday experience. As you travel this road, you'll see the history of the early loggers, the pioneers who first began working in this area in the early 1800s. Amongst the massive old-growth timber stands, there are regrowth eucalypt forests of varying age. Seeing all of this from the comfort of your car is one thing, but the southern forests have much more to offer. Located 29 kilometres from the timber town of Geeveston is the Terhune Forest Airwalk. This award-winning structure gives you the opportunity to take a 600-metre walk through the treetops, the highlight of which is the cantilever, literally a metallic springboard set 48 metres above the forest floor. Take a deep breath and cast your eye across the junction of the Picton and Huon rivers and the seemingly endless tracts of forest beyond. And there are so many ways to enjoy these forests. Bring in your mountain bike and test both stamina and skill on some of the more demanding tracks. Or, if you prefer a more organised adventure, hook up with one of the local tourism operators and tackle the river rapids. Be it activity or solitude, it's all here in the southern forests. In your dreams, it would be hard to imagine a better experience than this. These are the forests of Tasmania's wild and rugged west coast. Seen from the West Coast Wilderness Railway, it's here you can experience firsthand the many and varied species of timber that are uniquely Tasmanian. Myrtle, blackwood and sassafras thrive here, as does the Huon pine, a tree known to live 2,000 years and beyond. And above the King River is Tipukana Plateau. Accessed by the Wilderness Railway, helicopter or the Wild Rivers jet boat, a walk up a steep track brings you to the plateau top. From here, the Forestry Boardwalk takes you through ancient stands of Huon pine. To give an idea of scale, visitors are invited to climb Tipukana Tower and see the view of Macquarie Harbour and the forbidding ocean beyond. Managed by Forestry Tasmania, this is the only place in the world where Huon pine is actively managed. Containing an oil that makes it impervious to water, Huon is a timber prized for boat building and wood design. The elements of earth and water form dramatic combinations, and the circular head region of Tasmania's northwest contains some of the state's finest blackwood swamp forests. Highly prized for furniture design and architectural features, the trees here literally drink from the water's edge, clinging to the riverbank in precarious fashion. And some 32 kilometres drive from Smithton is one of the most unusual forest tourism projects in the state. Dismal Swamp sounds like something to be avoided, but names can be deceiving. In Dismal Swamp, Forestry Tasmania have created a major tourism development, a giant slide, designed to give visitors the ride of their life from swamp top to swamp bottom. There's also a mandala maze. When combined with the slide, the unpredictable water table, and the towering blackwood trees on all sides, Dismal Swamp is a huge experience and a definite must-see on your touring itinerary. Circular Head is a rewarding place to visit, made so by the constant variety in the things to see and do. Stanley and Smithton are the two principal towns here, each offering a full range of sightseeing, dining and accommodation. From these towns, a drive of less than 40 kilometres in any direction will take you to an experience better than the last. Dip Falls is one such place. Here the rich tannin-stained waters of the Dip River form a multi-tiered waterfall system of superb proportion. The air is filled with a fine spray, gently coating the huge man ferns and soaking the forest floor. Another short drive and you're across Kanana Bridge and the Julius River into the Milkshakes Forest Reserve. The scenery here is simply stunning. This is also the home of Lake Chisholm, a lake where no lake should ever be. There are no rivers feeding its dark waters and no runoff to maintain the water level. Yet Chisholm is here. It's an enigma that for many years confounded the early pioneers who first discovered it. The working forests of Tasmania are as rich as they are diverse. And to ensure you explore them thoroughly, Forestry Tasmania have established points of contact to help you along the way. Places like this, the Forest Eco Centre in Scottsdale, an amazing structure and one unique in the Southern Hemisphere. Inside you can find out more about Tasmania's eastern forests and at the same time enjoy a sight and sound experience to whet your appetite for the journey ahead. And remember, these are working forests. On your journey, you'll see anything from beehives to log trucks. It's all part of a multiple-use forest. The Northeast is a region with plenty to explore. Travelling from Launceston, you'll arrive at the Forest Eco Centre in under an hour. And then it's further eastward, up to Mathina Plains, through the Fingal Valley and onto the magnificent Evercreech Forest Reserve. Take a stroll amongst some of Tasmania's tallest eucalypts, the White Knights. In this magical place, you can enjoy the streamside reserves and lush forest vegetation, and afterwards, a barbecue in the comfort and convenience of the forestry facility provided on site. This journey of discovery will take you all the way to St Helens and the beautiful beaches of the East Coast, a trip with the very best of land and sea. Tasmania is one of the last natural destinations left on Earth, a land of magnificent scenery with the very best mix of things to see and do. And even though it's something of an anachronism to experience nature in comfort and safety, there are real advantages to be had. Forestry Tasmania's discreet pathways and trails give visitors the opportunity to experience the extraordinary as an everyday occurrence. In any forest, anywhere in Tasmania, there's an amazing place just waiting to be discovered and rediscovered.
That's more for you, isn't it? Yeah, that's good. All right, we'll get the plates organised.
At Forestry, we want you to know what we have always known. Tasmania is a land like no other. We want you to enjoy the thrill of imagining your footsteps are the first. We want you to look in awe and wonder at sunlight streaming through a canopy seemingly miles above your head. We want you to take the experience home, share it with others. Most of all, we want you to come back and see it again. This is why we do what we do. A forest experience in safety and comfort. At Forestry Tasmania, we don't see it as a dream. To us, it's a reality of amazing places. forests, to be treasured, cared for, and shared by everyone.